I woke up pretty much shaking this morning because of something my brain did to me. Like there's an investor presentation I have to do in 2 weeks from now, and I'm a really bad talker. I stutter a lot. I'm very shy. I don't stand still at all. But I've had a lot of success public speaking so far in sales because, truth be told, I write down and memorize everything. I'll literally write down like 5,000 words and I'll memorize it all. Then when I'm presenting, I could go like I can never get off track, right? When someone asks a question, something else pops up. So I had a nightmare last night where it was the day of the presentation, but I realized I wasn't prepared, nor did I have any talking points. So in the dream, I had to present in like 5 minutes and I was freaking out. I could feel the anxiety just talking about this right now. It was bad. So in my dream, I was thinking of lying that I was sick or asking them to do it another day, right? Like I'm making up some sort of like scenario. Like I'm just like, yeah, I caught a stomach bug. Why am I coughing when I say I caught? I'm willing to compromise the whole segment, the whole opportunity, because I wasn't prepared. Even though I had time to prepare, but I wanted to lie to make excuses for myself. Then I woke up, and usually I do like a 5-minute meditation before my day starts. And I was thinking to myself during it that this dream or nightmare was probably a sign from my subconscious that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, because I knew I had this presentation, which is in 2 weeks. I've known about it for 3 months, yet I haven't done any preparation yet. There's no prep. Last month, I've been working a lot on my Dungeons and Dragons campaign in my world, right? I've been working on my other business. I've been spending full days recording YouTube videos. And a lot of times last month, keep it honest, I'm gonna be for real, I've been spending a bit too much time playing Pokemon Go. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of raids going on now. I got a lot of Dynamax battles. I'm trying to get some, trying to grind out the points here. But I've kind of been slacking a little bit in certain things, even though I'm finding myself productive in many other ways, right? But at the same time, I understand I have things that are unfinished and they have deadlines. I could always go back to Pokemon Go, okay? I could always brainstorm about Dungeons and Dragons another time, but I have to get something done soon and be prepared. I've been doing everything else but this. And one thing I remember clearly from the dream is 3 emotions. 1, anxiety. 2, shame. 3, embarrassment. And 2 of these are hurting my pride. So after the meditation, I immediately started prepping, right? I hopped on my computer, boom, 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 writing notes, doing research, timing myself on the presentation when I read it aloud. And then later on, when I kept rehearsing and eventually going through my day, I started to realize something. This morning, I treated my dream last night as a nightmare. I was even shaking. But was this really a nightmare, or was it how I was interpreting it? When I woke up, I was more focused on my emotions, how anxious I felt, how shameful, how embarrassed. But interpreting this as a negative experience, despite those being negative emotions, doesn't necessarily have to be the outcome. My dream last night put me in an uncomfortable situation, and instead of boo-hoo, this and that, anxiety, blah, 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 I took it as an adjustment. So this put this in perspective for me as well about uncomfortable situations in general, because when you put yourself in uncomfortable situations, if you become paralyzed or act paralyzed, you don't transmute the quote negative experiences to positive actions. My anxiety was about, I'm going to fail, right? That's what my anxiety was mostly about. I'm going to fail this. But it turned to, I am unprepared. I need to start now. My shame, I felt like a slacker. But instead, I turned it into, my standards for myself, my expectations for myself are much higher than my current input right now. I am being a slacker to this. My contribution right now, I could do way better. And I'm also feeling embarrassed because I'm afraid I'm going to be very hard on myself, or people will judge me, or, hey, I'm not going to earn anything. I'm selling something. I wasn't for real. I got bills to pay because and this is going to happen. I'm going to feel embarrassed because I don't know the material. So you know what? I got to master the material. I got to prep so I could be essentially bulletproof right now. I'm ready, I'm prepared, and then I'll be good, right? The point of this story is that negative experiences or entertaining negative thoughts are obviously very normal. What I assume psychologically is that when your brain feels negative emotions such as shame or anxiety, it will stress test the outcome in your conscious thoughts or even your subconscious thoughts through a dream. And when your brain simulates a bad experience or the worst case scenario, it stress tests test the, I got my bad today. It will stress test an experience to see what may happen, right? So when I woke up, I felt like, oh, I'm feeling a stressful situation. Let me try to convert that into something productive. I am not about to be a victim of my own anxiety. I lived like that for most of my life growing up, and it carried over to my adult years too. Nope, 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 nope. Not having any more of that. And you know what? You know what's another good reframing of this situation? Right? Someone told me one time. I remember I did a presentation, and I really knocked it out the park. I did. I think I don't ever think anything's really perfect, but I felt like I did perfect. Everyone's saying I did perfect, right? And I remember before that presentation, and I was prepared too. I was preparing months for this. I was super nervous though and anxious, right? I was having like a panic attack before the whole thing started. And one guy was seeing this, and he told me, I told him that I was nervous. I'm like panicking everything right now. He could see like my face is like flushed and everything. And he says, it's good that you're nervous. It shows that you care about the outcome. Which, that statement I don't think is universally true, right? But I do see a lot of weight in that statement. Like you can get anxiety about something because you care about something, especially when it's something like this presentation, or you got something work related, right? You care about the outcome. So, it's just the matter of how you use it. Not every negative feeling or experience has to be negative. It's about how you frame it mentally. Like there's even another part of this this dream that I'm sort of just rambling right now, like, and I just realized this while I was recording and just like retelling the dream. Like, remember how I said when I wasn't prepared, the first thing I was thinking about was like making an excuse. Oh, I got a stomach bug. I got a cough. Like, okay, so you know what that tells me too? When I'm in a very stressful situation and I feel like I can't handle something, it seems that I'm doing this thing again, which I did most of my life too, where I tried to avoid. I tried to run away from it. Oh, I wasn't prepared. I didn't do the right thing. I wasn't responsible. I wasn't accountable for something I knew was going to happen. Okay. You know what? I'm going to run away from it. I'm going to make up something so I can excuse myself from the situation rather than handling it, right? In the dream though, I was thinking of that. I remember in the dream I was thinking of that, but I didn't do it. Like I didn't say anything. I was just thinking like, okay, well, I'm stressed. I'm not prepared, but you know what? Maybe I could say this. Maybe I could say that. But I think that's good that it still shows that I still have that in my head. There's a video I uploaded about this just like last week or something about like, I don't remember what the title is called. I'll just put it on the screen. I'll just edit it. But yeah, I don't know. It just shows that it's still in there. Whereas like I tend to run away from situations that I feel scared of. But at the end of the day, looks like I still handled it, right? And clearly when I woke up as well, like I didn't run away. Like I could have still just been like, I'm so nervous about this. I'm just not gonna do. I'm gonna call out, right? I'm gonna call out from this presentation. Nah, you gotta go head on into it. Hopefully this makes sense. How long is this video? 8 minutes. All right, listen, I was just been rambling. Anyway, just share my dream today. What do you guys think? Love you guys. Have a great day or great night, whatever. I'm out.